Alicia, and this is another episode of Spun and Stitch. Today's gonna be kind of short. I just want to jump in, show you guys what I've been working on, what I finished, and yes. Um, I have 2.5 finished objects, two knitting, one spinning, and then I have three works in progress that I want to talk to you guys about. So my first finished object are my Halloween socks. Here we go. These were finished, let me see, August August 6th. The pattern is I'm So Basic Sock by Summerlee Designs, and the yarn is Mustache Yarns. Color is Jack is Black, and the accent color is Hedgehog Fibers Envy. And I had enough yarn left over to knit my daughter some socks. Oh, sorry, and the toe is um Patton's Croy sock and Gentry gray. So when I finished this project, I had enough yarn to make my daughter some socks. So she already has her pair of socks. So here's a picture from my Instagram. So these are hers here. I had to use more of the gray on the heel. I did the whole heel area in the gray because I didn't have a lot of the main color. And then one of her toes is the green. It's blowing out. One of her toes is the green because I ran out of well, I didn't run out of the gray. I ran out of gray in that skein, but I need to use that gray for some socks for my uncle. So I was like, bam, I still have some of this green left over. We'll have mismatched toes. She loves them. Um, it's so my daughter is 8. She wears a size 4 shoe, but I have to knit the sock as if I'm knitting it for myself, as far as the cast on, the number of stitches in the round for it to fit over her heel and to fit comfortably. Because the other ones I have, she was like, it's tight, mommy, but I get them on and I wear them. So I want them to be comfortable. So I'm pretty much knitting my sock all over again. And just it's just shorter foot for her. So those are my two finished objects. I met this wonderful lady named Ash at my local farmers market, and she was sitting there spinning, and I met her about last year. I think I told you guys about this. So she decided to have a spinning class. So I took her course, and it was great. Learned a lot, improved a lot. So I was telling her, we figured out that I like bats, instead of roving, I think it is. I like to be fluffy and like compacted instead of the smooth silk like hair like fiber. So she said she had some that was coming in, and that she could dye it for me. So I told her, I love yellows, I love greens. So she made me this bat. I told her it was very Ferngully. Um, if you know, you know. And yeah, so I have two full bobbins um of my spinning. They're beautiful. I'm trying to figure out which side to put it on. Okay. My two bobbins. I'm still trying to figure out how to split them evenly because it'd be easier for me when it comes to applying. And I have one bobbin on my machine still, on my spinning wheel still, and it's not full like those two. So I went to the market Saturday, and she was there, and she still had some more because she had dyed up such a big bat. And at the time, I didn't want to buy all of it. So she had about, I think she had 6.5 ounces left, and I purchased those. So when I get a moment, I'm going to spin those up, and hopefully, I think I'm going to weigh these. I'm going to weigh them and see how much they are and try to get them to be the same weight. So when I apply it, it's a lot easier on me to apply. So that is that. My works in progress. oldest is in my knit and tote bag. I think I got this at Vogue Knitting Live, I think. I am making my godmother. I'm making my godmother the Jessie May top, the outline tee. Except she's not going to have um, the drop stitches. Hers is going to be a lot longer, and she wants it split hem, like a high-low. So I haven't picked it up in a while. It's very pretty. I just don't. I think I'm in the round now, I believe. Yeah, because back and forth, it was, I don't know. It was a lot. This is what we have so far. It's very hard to see because it's scrunched up. But we have the back part. And had I thought about it, I would have made it so that they lined up. I don't think she's going to care. And this is the front. Abby's going in the round. I need to actually take this with me so I can work on it more. I mean, summer is pretty much over. Um, so yeah, summer's pretty much over. But the yarn is, let me get the cake I haven't touched yet. Heron Cinnamon Swirl Cakes. And this is the colorway Beach Towel. I'm pretty sure I said this last time, but my godmother sent me a picture, a screenshot of a photo, and said, I like these colors. Make me something. Yes, I am. Give me a minute. My little man is sick. Um, so yes, this is that. Um, not really active, but I need to be active on it. After I finished Willow Socks, I was watching I was watching a podcast. I don't know whose podcast it was. But she had this furry lime green, like highlighter yellow hat. Very cute. um, and I was like, I think I would like something like that when it gets cold. I could just throw one on. It'd be like an accent color. Um, so yeah. So I couldn't find the lime green, but I was in Michael's with my mom and my sister-in-law, and I saw this fuzzy yarn. I kept staring at it, and I couldn't help myself. So I'm making my first muscle bra hat, and this is the color. It's loops and threads. Color is 02B-1, and this is what we have so far. Very nice. So my only gripe with this yarn is don't pull it from the center because it's so fuzzy. It has, normally you can just pull it from the center and it comes out. The first time I tried to do it, got stuck and I was pulling a little harder instead of like digging in to get it, and the yarn snapped. So, if anything, pull it from the outside because the little fuzzy hairs, they stick together. They thick sleeves, child, and they stick together, and every few minutes I have to stop, untangle, um, before I knit. But it's going really fast. I like it. At first I was going to make I was going to use a pattern that the woman used. And I was looking at it. It's also double, like the a big two that's folded into each other. And I always hear people talk about the muscle bra and how versatile it is based on whatever yarn thickness you have. So I was like, let me just get that. It's the same exact hat. It's just fuzzy yarn. So that's that. I've been working on that. That's the day and a half. Yeah, I did the cast on, and I saw the increases, and that was one day, like an afternoon, evening-ish. And then that was a full like 4 or 5 hours of just progress. So it's going along fast. I have 2 balls of that. So the plan, I think it said to knit the whole, it tells you to knit the whole hat, the whole, how do I explain it? The increases in the tube to a certain length. And then you start to decrease part of the tube. But I want mine slouchy and I want like a big brim. So I'm just gonna knit and just try to use up both balls of yarn. All right, I'm back. Change of scenery. Kids came in the house, down the stairs, and it was just too loud. So, last work in progress, I'm making a shawl. It's called Stay Out of the Forest shawl. Very pretty. I printed out black and white. So, can you see it? Very nice. I like how I just like it. I mean, it's not like a regular triangle shawl. Um I like the different points to the shawl. So currently I am in section B. Section B here. Um and it's coming along. I have the pattern memorized. I did make a little tiny mistake last night while we were watching TV. And I'm super sad. I'm hoping it blocks out. I forgot to do a decrease. Yeah. Um so it's right here. And I'm hoping blocking will I'm hoping this yarn blooms. That everything's superwash. I'm hoping the yarn blooms and that it smooths out and you can't see it. I can see it. Um so it's bothering me, but I don't know how to go back and fix it. I mean, I went back and I did what I was supposed to do, but I don't know how to make it tight. So yes. Okay, so the yarns, this is a skein of just cream yarn that I had in the house. I want to say it's not Red Heart, but the other one from Joanne. Big Twist. Big Twist cream. And then I had this pretty like mauve color. Um, Looking at it, this cream is a lot. I had a lot more of the cream than I did the mauve color, and I didn't want to run out, but I also didn't want it mauve and then cream and then this. I think this transition's a lot better. And then the multicolor we have going on is Bad Sheep Yarn Colorway Fates. Fates. So yeah, I have 3 of these. The sun. Oh, that's better. So yeah, we have teal blues, dark blues, greens, reds, burgundies, like a mossy green, like burnt orange. It's very pretty. Can you see it better right there? Yeah. So like I said, I have 3 of these. I don't know. I forgot what I bought these for, but this is what I have so far. And so section section B, I'm on repeat 8 of 12. And then we move to section C, and it goes from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 points to 8 points. So it goes to that. And then section D, it gets even bigger. So we'll end up with 10 points once we're finished, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, we'll end with 10 points. once we're finished. So aside from the increases, I have it memorized. I just have to pay attention. I don't know how that got past me. I don't know how that double center decrease got past me. But I hope I fixed it. I hope it doesn't look too noticeable when it's being worn. Because I messed up twice actually. I messed up at the beginning. I did my yarn over in the wrong spot. You can see it, so it's not. This is easier. It's not lined up. You can see it. It's supposed to look like this, right? And then I forgot I yarned over in the wrong spot. Again, it's fine. Um, yeah. So very beautiful. This has been really fun. I started this early August, I want to say. No, it was like August 14th. So it was early August, so maybe 2 weeks. I try to do I was trying to finish the repeats within that section, but I started late yesterday and I was getting tired and it was getting late and I called it quits. So those are my active whips. Um I have a dilemma where I have all these things that I want to make, but it's getting cold. It's starting to get really chilly in Maryland. Um and I'm on this thing where I want to replace all my store bought sweaters with knitted sweaters, knitted crochet sweaters, all my store bought cardigans with cardigans that I've made. The only problem is I have a 9 to 5, which is sucking all my time. So, um, that and then like people ask me to make them things, which I love because you thought about me enough to ask me to make it for you, and I know you're gonna wear it, so why not? So I have the things I want to make for myself, the things people want me to make, and then the very small window of time that I have to make these items. So, like I said, like it shows you my godmother's, we'll call it tunic. Her tunic, ideally, it would have been made for her to wear it this summer, but that's not the case. So she'll get it next spring. Um, there's no deadline. It's just it's me. I want to give it to you. I want to get it done for you because this is what you want. Um, Knowing realistically, I can't spit things out that fast, especially not knitted things. So, I'm struggling with making a list of items that I want to make for myself and not adding to the list and figuring out ways to actually chop down the list because I think at one time I was blocking off like, okay, an hour for this project, an hour for that project, an hour for this project. And I would touch everything. But I feel like it wasn't getting them done quick enough. And then sometimes I'll be monogamous and I'll sit down and I'll just work on, like for the shawl, for instance, I'll just work on the shawl and I just work on it, work on it, work on it. Um, so I don't know. It's just like 1 minute I want to be monogamous, the next minute I want to work on everything, the next minute I want to cast on something new. So yeah, because I still have the green sweater I started 2, 3 podcasts ago that I got stuck on that I'm just like dreading taking out to try and figure out where I messed up at. Is either figure out where you messed up or rip the whole thing back and try again. I have that. I have a pair of green crochet pants I started. Um, that for some reason I just stopped working on it. Um, yeah, so it's just like um so many projects, not enough time, pretty much. So I think I'm going to, when I wrap up here, I'm going to go downstairs. I'm going to make my list of items that I want to have, like maybe by winter. And because we're also shopping from our stash. Like we're not really buying any more yarn. I have literally have project bags, like the little plastic clothing bags you get when you order from like Shein or whatever. I have bags of those. I have the pattern and the yarn already in the bag. So we have projects we can be doing. It's just pulling them out and starting them. Um, I had bought yarn for the Sunday sweater by Petite Knit a year and a half ago. I have that. I mean, that's in a project bag. We can start that soon. Um, so yeah, just prioritizing. Um, I got a pair of black socks that my uncle wants me to make him for Christmas. Well, not for Christmas, but I want to strive to have them done by Christmas. So that's another project for somebody else that I do have a deadline, a made up deadline for. He wants house socks, so of course I want to get them to them while it's still cold so he can enjoy them. Um, and it's just like I really want to just stay at home and knit and crochet all day. Oh my gosh, I have my fat quarters. I got my jelly rolls. They're called jelly rolls, right? For a my quilt projects. I have bought all these strips of fabric to make my kids quilts. I haven't touched it. My mom got me a book on how to make like basic quilts. Haven't opened it. I just need to not work and be home and just craft all day. I would love that so much. I would so love that. All right, so we did finish objects, we did works in progress, we did future projects. And yes, that's it. I think I want to do a stash tour, I think it is. Um, yeah, I had to rearrange my yarn and organize it into these clear totes, which is a lot better because I can actually see them now instead of the black totes they were in. They kind of just blended into my IKEA cabinet. So now I see the yarn. Um, we can do that, and I also want to do some sock yarn pairing because I like having just little project bags of socks all over the house, or like in the car, in my purse when I take the kids to the park. Um, I could just pick it up and work on it. So do some pairings. I know my daughter's excited about her socks, so let her pick out um, her next sock yarn. So that could be a video. Um, but yeah, it's been great catching up with you guys. I hope you guys are having a great Labor Day. Today's Monday, Labor Day. I hope you had a great weekend. You guys are safe and talk to you next time. Bye.